That being said, if you want to see more battleshipping, I think this is going to be a good time to play the updated Trash for Treasure build. This is something we played pretty early in the EOE. A lot of people commented that splashing for K command would be a good direction over basically over the Arena of Glories I was playing, which I agreed with. I ended up cutting the main deck, Shadowspear, moved it to the side. I moved 3 of the monuments to the side, keeping 1 as an engineer target game 1. You can slide into them in the grindy matchups. And then we were playing K command in the main. Which I think is going to be a good upgrade, so you can hardcast your big stuff more often, have good interaction. But this build is using Trash or Treasure and Daretti to get Battleship into play. And of all of the creatures to go with Battleship, Daretti is the best. Where Daretti has 5 toughness, so it doesn't die to Battleship. It can sack battleships and return battleships to get the triggers again, and it stations it in 1 go 2. And it Battleship makes Daretti an 8 power creature too, which sometimes you can attack with your creatures. All right, let's keep this on the play. Can go for the cookbook monument here. Let me get this in the Mox field for y'all too. Play Saga turn 1 so we can get cookbook monument online turn 3. Yeah, then for the control matchups, or the flicker decks too, I think it's pretty good against them. I've not seen an ignoble hierarch in a while. Gonna go ahead and delete that from play, I guess. I think we keep an engineer so we can. So our Darettis and our Trash for Treasures can be good draws. So just Yogg. I knew I was drawing second engineer. Probably would not have grabbed that then. If I want to get the other 2 modes, I can this turn. I think now that we have something good to loot away, I think we might as well cast the looting. So discard a battleship, and I think probably just the engineer in this spot. So we're in a spot where we can cast Daretti, we can cast Trash for Treasure if we top deck those to put a battleship into play. Otherwise, we've got the monument and the K command and maybe the Urza Saga to bite us some time. Any consideration for all-timers Scarecrow and a Master Transmuter? Okay, no to both, but when I was like, I used to play a lot of Commander when I was like 20, 19. And one of the players in our group had a Master Transmuter, and I'm like, this card is so broken. This card is unbelievable. But like years later, looking back, I don't know what they were doing wrong, but they were that player was definitely not playing with the text on the card. I don't think it was intentional, but I don't remember the text on the card now. But I remember looking back later, I'm like, oh, he was not playing with this correctly. Okay, now I need to read it. Return an artifact you control to your hand. Put an artifact card from your hand onto the battlefield. Maybe he was. I don't know. There was something I just like. Maybe he wasn't bouncing artifacts to the hand. Oh, collected company? Anyway, it's just a memory. Apparently a maybe incorrect memory. Worst neighbor with the 40 months. Thank you. Welcome back. So a Bowmaster and a Gravecrawler into the bar. Just gonna save this for the Soul Trader combo. I'm late. How many times with Wrath do we care? This is our first match with this deck. We played the Shape of New build first. This build doesn't care nearly as much about Wrath as most Mox Opal decks right now. If that's something you are scared of and you're playing Mox Opal decks, this might be the deck for you. Alright, so let me go Exile Creature, Exile Graveyard. Does mean I'm going to be a mana short of making a Saga token, but that's going to be a small price to pay, I think, for not getting comboed. Although, I mean, they could maybe combo. They're going to have 4 mana after this. It'd be tough with the Trader gone and the Gravecrawler gone. I was very young when I started playing MTG, and my friend played Dark Ritual like an enchantment. He claimed it added black, black, black every main phase. That's funny. I remember we were playing F&M, and one of my friends was playing against this kid, and his deck was just kind of cards he owned, right? Like a lot of kids, and he like, it was like turn 7, he drew a card, he got very happy, and he just put a Liliana of the Dark Realms emblem a Liliana of the Dark Realms emblem into play. It just like, it's like, now all my swamps tap for 4. It was so cute. It was the cutest thing ever. The opponent's at 9, which means I'm a little short of killing them right now. So you have 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. So I'm one short of casting this battleship. Oh, but I could get a Mox Opal to cast it. Right? So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. Eldrazi Temple, floating mana, treasure token, Mox Opal, Eldrazi Temple? Is that really 7? I guess it was kind of wrong the first time. 2 floating mana. Eldrazi Temple, Mox Opal, treasure token, Temple. I counted 8 that time. Floating mana. Eldrazi Temple, I'm not counting the Ugin's Labyrinth. Treasure token, Mox Opal. Oh, I'm counting the Mox Opal twice that time. Okay, I can't do it. So let's untap this and draw a card. Get pinged. Oh my gosh. They took so long, I didn't make my token. I think it's okay though. I'm just gonna be... So I go cookbook, discard. The next turn I could just kill them with the cookbook, the monument damage. By drawing a card off the lantern or casting the looting, both work. Could also maybe cast the battleship, but seems like we should just go for lethal. Again, I did mean to make a construct. It's probably not going to matter. Can gain some life if it does. If they play like a Sephiroth here, a chord for Sephiroth. Yeah, I don't really see any downside. I guess the downside is not putting the battleship into hand, but doesn't seem like what we're going for either. Although they didn't attack with the Dryad Arbor. So could they have Chord of Calling? Just a little Boggart Trawler. Alright, so you lose 3. Guess that's not going to matter very often. Alright, so we're on the draw against Soul Trader. Gonna bring in the Cage. I guess we bring in the Needle. Probably a good matchup for Welding Jar. Don't know about these fire magics. It does feel like to some extent the Endstones are just gonna clean that up. Like, fire magic also doesn't kill Sephiroth. It doesn't kill Grist. It doesn't kill Soul Trader. It's probably still good. Yeah, what am I talking about? It's still good. Okay, I'm going to cut the Endstone. I'm going to cut the Sundering Titan, I think. So a little bit down on imprintables. Although maybe Endstone... No, they're a Bowmaster deck. Emperion is, like, not great, but it does stabilize. Maybe I want the Sundering Titan still. Could see that. I think we can cut the Lantern and just lead on the Cage and the Needle. I think they're better. Hate cards. I think we can trim an Engineer. The Monument was good that game. I think you, like, oftentimes do want to keep the Monument as an Engineer target, but I think I'm going to trim instead. Yeah, I'll just trim the Sundering Titan too. See how this feels. A lot of sideboard cards to bring in for this deck. Not a bad 7. Lantern. The thing is, like, Cage is way better against them than Lantern, and obviously, you could have both. But I just over sideboarding is a very real thing in this deck. You just really want to try to avoid it. It'd be cool if New Tezzeret in the deck. I don't think it does, although New Tezzeret is good with Cookbook, where the tokens put counters on Tezzeret. Tezzeret can untap Cookbook, it can get Cookbook. So while I don't think it's right for this specific archetype, I am interested in playing a Cookbook Tezzeret deck. Goblin Boulder would be nice for this deck. I'm with you there, buddy. Give that bad boy haste with Arena of Glory. I agree, it would be pretty good. Are they going to attack for 2 here? No. Is that Bowmaster? Beseiju? Have the Beseiju. Maybe I can Goblin Engineer this Cage back into play, though. Put a Battleship in the yard. Your turn. I've got a Goblin, you've got 2 Goblins. I am losing the Goblin advantage at the moment, I suppose. Honestly, I wonder if the new Jaspara Sentinel... No, probably not. Not for their deck. Well, they have like the 2-mana enchantment they can tap to it. What is the improvised land played yesterday? So you could find this by going to the Mox field and typing and looking at the recent list if you ever have this question again. But I can tell you now that it is Archway of Innovation. Opponent's deep in the tank here. Maybe just cast a Company. Plays a Beseiju. Second Beseiju. Yeah, Jean Parmesan. 6 mana after they sack the Hierarch. Are they like courting for endurance? Yeah, they must be courting for endurance here. But if they endurance my Cage back into the deck, then I could Saga it back into play. Okay, instead they Rexage my Engineer. Or sorry, Rexage my Saga. So let's Weld. We are pretty flooded, but we also can top deck a Daretti or a Trash for Treasure. I guess we're 1 mana or 1 turn away from Daretti being online. K-Command, good top deck. And then Cage is, you know, very good against them, and they're going to have a hard time keeping it out of play with this Engineer in play. Yeah, it could be Boggart Trawler instead of Endurance. That would have been better, I think, also than this. They got something. Is it Fulminator? It is Fulminator. You can kind of tell with how they're paying the cost weird. I mean, that's pretty good. I'd like a Trash for Treasure, please. Thank you for listening, deck. You don't do that very often, but I guess we attack first. The not so ever important 1 damage. Boy, I just love Battleship, and I don't know what to tell you. This feels pretty good every time. 2 cards in their hand. No access to black mana at the moment. Cool to be able to cheat your big thing into play through Cage also. Maybe could be holding these for looting. They do have 4 spells in their hand, 5 spells in their hand. So I guess I am only 1 mana away from casting that. Maybe punish for playing a lab if I draw another big imprintable first. I cut the Endstone, right? Did cut the Endstone. So I think I just get Emperion so I can crew. Oh no, I have to sack the cage though. I think it's okay. That was almost a disaster. Yeah, Portal would be fine too. I mean, I just don't. I've got. Look at my board, baby. It's it's gonna be tough. Right, let's keep this. I think I need to lead on the Saga so I can trash for sure on turn 3. Well, try to. I also, I guess I'm probably just getting Monument off the Engineer since I could get discard Cookbook off the Saga, and then I can discard either Endstone or Battleship. Would prefer not to get Thoughtseize. I feel like the kind of gamer that always complains about Thoughtseize with hands like this. Alright, playing against Energy. Yeah, I mean, also if I get Monument off the Engineer this turn, it's so concealed. Or the fact that I'm about to Battleship the next turn is really concealed. I only can really reanimate this though if I draw a land. I mean, I guess I could wait a turn on the Battleship maybe. Why would I want to do that? I also just like the art on this card is so sick. Like, look at this. It's just a it's so cool. Ugh. I know I get Metalcraft from Cookbook, but what I don't have is the 4th mana to activate Engineer and Trash for Treasure, and I could get the extra mana off the Monument, but I'd have to tap my thing first. But also, this now we don't even worry about anything. Except main deck Force of Negation, I guess. I guess they are 1 energy away from double jumping a guide out of Battleship range. Very tough to turn 2 double jump. Alright, I'm down to 17. Okay, I'll accept another Trash or Treasure. We do need to draw a land, I guess. It's probably possible to do. What's this warp, dude? This is Halia, Guided by Light. This card is good. We've been playing a deck very similar to this. I want to play this deck again, but with some Thraben Charms. I don't know. That doesn't feel like super stream worthy. Basically the same deck with a couple of Thraben Charms. But if I really can't think of anything, that might be the between. Oh, tomorrow we're not playing a challenge, by the way. We're playing there's an RCQ happening, which if I win, I can't attend Houston if it queues for Houston, but I'll try to defer it maybe. Okay, to keep a card on top with the archive. Have I read Watch Ender's Game? I've read it, yeah. It was good. Yeah, I could see. Well, I guess I haven't seen the movie, but I have read it. I could see this being inspired from that. Okay, that's maybe the best draw. Maybe Ugin's Lab slightly better. Yeah, we could. I think I want to play the Bant deck again. I'm gonna sleep on it a little bit. If you run out of ideas, does that mean we're finally gonna start brewing Gift Twin piles? I have thought about Twin a little bit lately, to be honest with you. Do they have another Ephemerate? I guess they haven't played an Ephemerate yet. Never Mull with the 2 years. Thank you. Welcome back. All right, pretty good here. Hold on. I think I discard Daretti end of turn. So that if I draw a land, I could maybe attack with the Battleship. Although I guess I would be Trash for Treasuring. I didn't draw the land. Okay, so pass back. Good luck deferring. I tried to defer due to my wedding, and they said it wasn't good enough reason because another RC was available. Okay, maybe I'll just play the other RC then. Although it depends on like what the dates are. Dude, Splitter Twin on a Riddler. It's pretty good. You get auto sign up for Houston if you don't want to attend. Auto transfers to Vegas. Oh damn, it's Vegas. Wait. There's a wait. There already was a Vegas this year, or is it like Vegas next year? I guess it's SCG Vegas. Is that better than? Would I rather go to SCG Vegas or Magic Con? Not that that's the options on the table, but I also don't know which I'd rather go to. Okay, so I have to get Mox Opal, and I did not draw a land to start really popping off here. But I am going to put an Endstone into play, which is fun. And then I'm going to go to 10, but I'm going to go, and then they're going to hit me for 7, but I go back to 10. SCG Vegas is right before Thanksgiving. I could try to make it. It would be like very shortly post honeymoon, I think. I might actually still. What day is Thanksgiving this year? So I get back from the honeymoon on the 12th, I think. 12th or 13th November. Dead to double guide creature. I mean, that's true. They are down 2 guides though. Oh, it's on the Thursday? Oh wait, so that might be like literally the day I get back. Seems hard. Listen, if I say I've got my wedding and honeymoon, they might let me defer. Eastern to Portland, Milwaukee. Okay, that would be better. Wait, where's Milwaukee? Have I tried Shamil the Inner Sun in this archetype? The one that discovers if my instep and spells can't be countered. I haven't, no. I don't think that one's good. It could be okay. To Wisconsin? Yeah, I could hang with Caleb. It's been a little while since I've seen Caleb. Maybe it was better to just engineer for another battleship last turn. Alright, let's go to game 2. So we're going to bring in the fire magics. I do think I want the monuments also. I'm going to cut the Sundering Titan. I'm going to cut the Lantern. I'm going to keep in... I think I keep in the portals, yeah. I think we can go like minus a Looting, minus an Engineer, minus a Daretti. You can maybe cut a Cook. Oh, that's probably bad with the monuments coming in. Got an Opal. Has anybody been playing the blue-white energy deck? I feel like it's really good. I think it's better than red-white. Wish I could grind every deck forever. I'm currently in Chicago. Confirmed Milwaukee is 2 hours north. Dang, north of Chicago is crazy. Well, it's good turn 3 trash for treasure. But I want to. Yeah, I think it's really good. Tried one type by the main. I think it's good. I want to play Thraben Charm in the main too. With all the reanimator that's going around and all the Urza Saga decks. Typewriter seems good. I do think I'm gonna go for a battleship in the yard. I switched from Boros energy to quantum energy. It's been a fresh experience learning new lines. The triggers are hard to keep track of paper. Yeah, I guess for those of you who have been playing Boros and switched to quantum, do you have a feeling on which is better, or do you think it's just like depends, or it's still hard to decide? Maybe we could play that in the challenge in the RCQ tomorrow. It'll definitely take some off-stream work. It's better against Blink and Eldrazi. So do you have an idea of what's better in the mirror? I think quantum energy is really good against regular energy, but If I'm wrong about that, then obviously that changes a lot. Okay, so they graveyard a Guide of Souls. Yeah, I'm also unsure on Lightstall. That card is just so... It's been good, but it's very hard to evaluate despite playing it a lot. How excited am I for Spider-Man? I would be way more excited if the actual Spider-Man cards were coming to Magic Online. I'm not going to get to play with them. I just have to use my imagination, it seems. I'm going to be using intellectually distinct Spider-Man cards. Alright, so they don't get to draw the card off the Halia. It's interesting that they're deploying it, when that's the case. When they Solitude. Okay, so they are going to get 2 because of the Solitude. Okay, that's good play. So yes, the cards are coming. The cards from Spider-Man are coming to Magic Online, but they are not. They're going to be the same mechanical cards, but the art and the titles are going to be different because Marvel totally owned, Marvel totally owned Wizards and the corporate outmaneuvering. I don't know how I would describe this, but from what I can tell, or from what I guess I can still discard Portal next turn. But what it seems like to me is is that Marvel outmaneuvered Wizards with the like making them have a bad digital product here. Marvel has a digital game, so I get it. Yeah, but like I don't think that Wizards got it when they signed up for this. Is my suspicion. I do like Marvel Snap. I wish they would sponsor me again. I haven't played in a while. The easy answer is Wizards did not pay enough. Maybe something happened. It's hard to say what, because they get an Ocelot Pride and then they attack. So maybe they have Consign up for my Battleship ETB. No, okay. So hopefully they don't have Force of Negation. The Marvel cards aren't printing in paper. They are printing in paper. In paper, it's you get the Spider-Man, you get all of it. It's just the Magic Online versions are intellectually distinct. So can I? Yeah, it does target. So I can't respond to this trigger, discard Daretti, and then reanimate Daretti. But I could reanimate Daretti next turn, maybe. Okay. So I don't get an extra turn with the portal. That's okay. Battleship would have been better, I guess. Although I don't know if they would have just Witch Enchanted it. Let's flashback the looting. I'm gonna not play the Saga this turn, so I can still Daretti next turn through a Witch Enchanter. And then it's kind of tough for me if I want Portal or if I want Battleship. I really like that I can crew the Battleship. Yeah, it's Arena and Magic Online are getting intellectually distinct Spider-Man. So I'm down to 16. They've got 3 cards in their hand, and I think they still have a Halia and Warp and a Starfield Shepherd and Warp. Man, Spider, yeah. They just passed the turn. I'm concerned. Let me make sure this resolves before I discard the Engineer. So they're ephemerating now. They're going to target the cookbook. I'm going to discard now my Goblin Engineer. Do they have another ephemerate to kill my food token? I do think I'm getting back the Battleship here. Cutting them off blue seems really good. I also get to, of course, passively kill the Witch Enchanter, which also the portal does, and I get to station the Battleship here. So, your turn. I could also maybe Daretti back the portal next turn. Right now I have 18 points of power in play. That is good enough to win, and we go to game 3. I'm going to bring in the Vexing Bauble. I'm going to go down a Fire Magic, too. I think your flex spots are Light Stalls and the 3rd, 4th Starfield Shepherd. Cards selected test 1 or 2 over Wisp, 3 Charm, Jolted Awake. Yeah, I mean those are all interesting. I think Wisp is a card I'm not that interested in. I just don't think it plays that well with the warp cards. I do think that Jolted Awake probably you just have too much grind, you know? Like you have Starfield Shepherd, you have Riddler, you have Halia. You have so much card draw that I don't think you need Jolted Awake to also just grind through removal. You know, you're already so good at grinding through removal. Can I see a version of this with a Karn board? I think it'd be very tough to do that. Have I tried the Teamer weapon deck yet? I don't think we have. I haven't built a Teamer weapon deck, have I? Or seen one? Our weapons decks have been. We have an Is It one that I like that maybe should play like a single Haywire Might that we omitted, but yeah, I don't think we have a Teamer build. Oh, it's a biotech specialist deck? I would take a look. I think I'm just totally off biotech specialist for now. If I'm gonna play it, it's probably going to be a Rottenmouth Viper deck, not a Greater Gargadon deck. But I could be wrong. Could be good. Felipe with the 2 years. Thank you. Welcome back. Every time I try to build a biotech specialist deck, it just does not come together. So I could discard a card now so that if I just play Monument next turn, I could trigger it. I think that's fine. I guess I should answer the question first. Am I going to cast Monument next turn if I miss on Big Thing? And I think the answer is yes, because I could still go Engineer plus Trash the following turn. Okay, but now we drew a Big Thing, so we will trash Big Thing back into play. Or 3, 4. I guess we're one short of Engineer plus Trash this turn, right? Yeah. So let's go. No to the imprint. 1 Big Thing, please. Endstone, maybe not the best thing, but it is turn 2 and I'm putting an Endstone into play. Can't be all bad. Oh, I just noticed the black splash. We go down to 10 and then we stay at 10 forever. Even if they double jump this turn, we're not dead. Although maybe it might be tough to live. Tutors with the 41. Hope you're doing well. Good to hear from you, my friend. Been a long match. Opponent, we're up 10 minutes on the clock. I didn't even notice. Having too much fun. Biotech and an asthma shell. Yeah, that's also possible. Every time I have tried to build it a few times, and there are just too many other good builds out there that seem better to me. Okay, well, I'm glad that we went for the Endstone this last turn, since they have the Rest in Peace this turn. I'm glad we have the Monuments as a way to fight through this. They hit me for 4. That basically doesn't matter because of the Endstone. And my turn. Another Monument's pretty nice. Let's go to cast here, draw a card. Cast, draw a card. Play a land, draw a card. And I think we go discard Goblin Engineer, make a treasure, and then just cast the second Monument. Which will also draw a card. Then we go back up to 10 on our instep, unless they somehow have a 1-mana answer to Endstone, which is kind of tough to have. Looting is going to be draw 3 cards, discard 2, trigger monuments 4 times. Pretty good for 1 mana. I would register that. Missed the chance to pay life off red for Ramunap and then gain it back for free. Oh man. Spewing value. When are we gonna see Clothless again? I wish I could tell you. I was lauded in the Cube server for posting Endstone. How do you think it fares at Tinker Target? I would tinker into it in Cube. Love to find a K command. Draw a card. Draw a card. Treasure token, I think. They have a lot of life gain in play, so I don't think I'm right now trying to monument them to death. I need cards, baby. I don't have enough cards. Ooh. Can I max mode fire magic? Not really. I guess one thing that could happen is so I can, but it doesn't seem like it's that good. Well, I guess I can make 2 treasures. I can make 2 treasures on their turn kind of easily with the cookbook. Yeah, actually, it's probably pretty convenient for me to use it to clean up these. I probably want to, let's see, so if I K command, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and this costs 6 to do. So I could scry draw. So I want to do this now because maybe my opponent saves their Guide of Souls with an Ephemerate. We played a deck very similar to theirs. You can find it in the Mox field. At least a good starting point for you. I would recommend trying to play some Thraven Charms, maybe over some of the Inquisitors, but the Inquisitors have been good. So we do successfully bait out the Ephemerate. Another cookbook is nice. Sure. So we're gonna go ahead and make 2 treasure tokens. I think I have max fire magic before, but it's definitely been a little bit. One more card, please. Not a bad card. So I have 4, 5, 6. So I with the treasure tokens, I can cast a Battleship next turn if I want. Did my opponent have turn 2 Rest in Peace, or did they play it on turn 3? I think that was. I guess let me scroll up. I don't know if I was in the play or the draw. I think I was on the draw. Yeah, I was in the draw. So they played the Rest in Peace turn 3, but I turned 2 the Endstone. So they get rid of a cookbook, which means I can't Battleship this turn, I guess. What will we do? Figure it out. When it says GG's to you. Very fun match. Long one, though. Okay, definitely keeping this. Yeah, I played a card. I deserve another card as a treat. Is this deck frequently becoming something like Song Creation when you have Endstone in play? I mean, it's similar in the fact that if you play a card, you draw a card. It's probably where the similarities end, though. I think I care a bit more about Reanimating Portal than Sundering Titan against Tron. Neither are particularly good, though. Battleship is still the best option. Have I seen the new Aang? Combos of Loomis? The Wooburg one, or is it 4-color? I have seen it, and we have talked about moon misting it. For some reason, we've talked about it already. All right, turn 2K command for 2. Still kind of scared about this though. Keep eluding? I think I keep eluding. It's not great. Not great confirmed. I guess I do keep the ruins instead, so I don't have to kill my own stuff with my Sundering Titan, but spinning our wheels a little bit, and my opponent has turn 3 Tron. I think I'll keep the this to imprint maybe. Could I cast a Battleship? This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so if I draw a Battleship, I could just hard cast. Quite an expensive Stone Rain. Is Professor Onyx? I don't know what that is. Just like the card maybe, or what set would Professor Onyx even be from? Oh, the Liliana from Strixhaven. I do remember that card being pretty far away from playable. Let's just go to game 2. Yeah, this is a 6-mana Planeswalker. It's like not even a very good 6-mana Planeswalker. It's not a very bad one. Alright, let's cut the Sundering Titan, let's cut the Emperion, let's cut the Portal. Let's bring in Needle, Magus, and cut the Lantern. If you like Professor Onyx, I recommend Commander. Or Cube. Alright, well, we're a land away from a turn 2 Battleship. What legacy legal card I like to have in Modern? I answered this yesterday, but Hymn to Turok, Wasteland, Force of Will, Days, Brainstorm, Swords to Plowshares, Ancient Tomb, Cloud Post. I said Swords to Plowshares. All of the Monarch cards, all of the initiative cards, all of the commander cards. So just not too many. All right, land. Yeah, just like a small list. Yeah, Gaia's Crate would be good too. They have surgical extraction. That'd be pretty. They're probably just reading this. But yeah, let's get the duels in there too. Sure. Mother Rooms. Yeah, I forgot that one. Let's add it. Why not? Quite a convoluted Stone Rain. No, Strip Mine's not legal in Legacy. Alright, they play Urza's Mine. A little ways away from this Daretti. 2 mana away. Your turn. Prince of Devourer. What card would you not have from Legacy and Modern? Academy Rector. Hardly know her. Oh, wait, sorry. Station. How do you beat Rip or Leyline of Void? We literally just beat it. Well, we did get underneath it, but the monuments and the K, you like monument and K command until you just cast your big stuff. Leyline of the Void is also more or less non-existent in Modern, but against Rip we were able to turn 2 reanimate and then hardcaster stuff too. And bringing in all the monuments is good to dodge the graveyard hate too. How do they feel about Counterspell getting modern? I really liked Counterspell coming to modern. So like there are some, but for the most part, I just don't think it's not something I like to daydream about. The legacy cards coming to modern. There are some that have been good additions. Like there are maybe a couple that I wouldn't mind, but I just don't really care about it that much. Okay, well hopefully we can put this into play soon. Spike finally admits CDH players are impressed. Dude, that Tormod's crypt. Well, what the fuck? I guess we're just gonna like K command X equals 2 and start. Oh, no, I was gonna be. Stupid Tormod's crypt. I mean, like, I will say this. It is really weird to me that the most casual group of Magic players, Commander players, maybe I think I don't know, like that they have the most cards to keep up with and the most complicated cards to keep up with. It's very weird that that's the dynamic we live in. Oh, maybe they tap it to a Kappa Cannoneer, but then I'd have to draw Mox Opal. Okay, come on, Mox Opal. Come on, Mox Opal. I've never needed you before. Damn it. Ugh, nice turn 2. TCG just released a video about this. That's good. Maybe I'll watch it. We're very in sync, me and the professor. If I queue for the RC tomorrow, I have to choose between seeing my friend Caleb in Milwaukee or seeing my friend Brian in Oregon. And I could choose now to go to game 2, I think. The casual Commander players don't keep up though. I guess yeah, that's they just keep it cash. You could bring a needle for crypt. I'm gonna cut the monument. I don't know about, okay, I want a fire magic over a lantern. I don't think I want portal to Phyrexia. I don't want Sundering Titan. Maybe I do want portal. Nah. Don't want Shadowspear? I think Shadowspear could be good. Well, I think Endstone's kind of scary. Platinum Emperion's really nuts against them. Yeah, Bauble's okay on the play. Could sometimes play around Force of Negation. I think I'm gonna not bring it in. Kind of narrow. Well, no, wait. Why is this cage in here? Oh, that was supposed to be Shadowspear. Okay. Alright, let's run this. Funny, yeah, the thing is, legacy players, they have to keep up, but they have to keep up more seriously than Commander players, I think. I mean, you don't have to do anything, you know. Just you keep up with what you want to keep up with, I guess. I guess I lead on the Ruins, because I might K-Command X0 next turn. And I also want to play the Saga next turn. Spider-Man is the next set. I also don't know, why are we getting all these Avatar spoilers? Is there like a convention going on? Genuinely asking. Although I guess I could just look it up. It's Comic-Con, okay. I haven't. Okay, no Affinity player has ever sacrificed a Mishra's Bauble. It's driving me crazy. I'm like almost always sacking them in these spots. Like, am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. Or is it the kids who are wrong? So I can trash next turn. I think we'll go for Battleship. Yeah, you would think Spider-Man would be better for Comic-Con. That's a good point. Oh, I guess we just think our opponent has Rebuke, huh? Why strip mine myself? What did I do this game that has let you ask that question? They have Cannoneer in hand? Maybe. You just have so many zeros. You have so many things that reward you for sacking the baubles. The spoiler cards are both set at Comic-Con? Okay, I take everything back. Although I haven't seen any new Spider-Man spoilers. I've just been seeing the Avatar ones, I guess. Oh, you're saying Bauble is strip mining you. I don't know. It's like you crack the baubles and you draw more cards that trigger more Pinnacle Emissary triggers. Like you have an Emissary and Warp here. To me, it seems like so often you want to crack the bauble so you can play Emissary turn 2 and just make more tokens. But I don't disagree that maybe that's just the attitude is you're stone raining yourself. And we'll be stone raining them here. I don't hate another Daretti, although it's just like they can't counter this one. Yeah, I'm gonna bottom both. Interesting draw. Probably better than another Daretti would be. Yes, we're gonna get a cookbook. I guess we'll go ahead and let the Daretti trigger go on the stack. Yeah, Daretti is different from Trash because it doesn't target, you choose. So you just let the trigger go on the stack first. So we can see if they have like a random subtlety or something before we discard the Battleship. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. I'm totally wrong about that. I don't know why I thought it was worded that way. Well, that's embarrassing. And now we may be getting Tormod scripted. Just a little embarrassment on your favorite Twitch channel. Choose target. Yeah, I guess the choose really confused me. Yeah, why doesn't it say return target? I'm just trying to understand. I'm not complaining. Is this anything with Overlord of the Veilmark? Probably worse than existing options, right? They do get the Tormod script. Yeah, I still haven't gone over the learned cards. Last time I looked, there weren't any good ones. But these lessons do seem more powerful than the previous ones. Bait pop Krypton Platinum then dump. I think the thing is I think we have to bait oh, I guess no, we can just put this in our hand and discard. Although I was thinking I would also want to I'd want to K command the Midnight if they equipped. But yeah, it seems like we can go for the bait here. So we can. Yeah, they're seemingly tapped out. So we'll take 9. Then we'll go put this back into our hand, and then we'll discard it. Which will eat the crypt, and then at second main phase we can discard Battleship, trash it, kill the Saga. So go to combat. Still uncracked balls. They probably want to make the choose target line there so that you make the decision on the trigger. Targeting before the decision, sack artifact. Okay. That makes sense. Will they sack the baubles this time? There you go. Yeah, target a bauble to remind them that it's in play. So 5 cards in their hand. So what we're likely going to do is just crew the Battleship, attack for 10, and then try to K command whatever they attack, whatever the plating is equipped to. Yeah, Daretti and Battleship play so well together. Has anybody done this in Standard? I'm sure someone has at this point. I could also like K command and look for another Battleship. I'd get 4 looks. Maybe if I draw exactly Eldrazi Temple, we go for that. Reanimating a standard sketch, you said Cauldron is the best deck. That's a good point, yeah. Second cranial plating complicates things a lot. They could, yeah, they could have attached anyways. I think we do need to dig for another battleship. Maybe that's not the case because we have the food tokens though. Well, that was a freebie. I think I killed Mox Opal. I have 2 platings. The Platinum was exiled to Crypt earlier. They could be to a sync. They sometimes play a bunch of syncs. I like to sometimes. Oh, I could have stationed with the engineer. Could have been right to sack Battle Station, so you could do it again next turn, maybe. With the K command in hand, it's really unlikely that that matters, but maybe without the K command, it's a good move. So I guess we do the double station trick, just in case they have an answer. I love to attack with Battleship. Do you think the MDFC is written up positive to modern? No. The Zendikar was a set that in that era at first was like not all that broken. I think Omnath was in that set, but for the most part it wasn't that broken. But the MDFCs led to Belcher and Oopsal spells, which with Simeon Spirit Guide was just really poor gameplay. We 3-2'd a League with Shape-Anu, just, playing a different deck. I think that build is fine. We would need to draw another imprintable, but this could be a turn 3. Oh no, it does. We could just get Mox Opal. Oh, but we can't get Mox Opal and Cookbook. I mean, I think we're keeping this on the draw. I'm gonna Needle Tormod's Crypt on turn 1. So if we draw a Cookbook, Mox Opal, imprintable, all of those let me turn 3 Battleship, or I guess Trash or Treasure. You can also can turn 2 make a Saga token. So they play a Tormod's Crypt, but it is indeed Pithing Needle here. But they play it out so that they can make their own construct, I guess. So we draw the Mox Opal, which will enable a Battleship to enter the battlefield next turn. So am I going to want to chump with my construct? So I'm going to have next turn Opal, Cookbook, Needle, Construct, Battleship. So my construct does survive. It does survive. Although I guess the thing is my battleship's not gonna kill their constructs. So that's a bit of a problem here. But then I can station my battleship at least and have a blocker. Maybe I should make a construct now because of Pithing Needle. But although I guess if they got Needle for Saga, that would be way better for me than them getting Needle on. A second piece of graveyard hate. How is Ren Sync different from Ren Odawara? Well, it targets spells and it's a mana less. But besides that, it's the same. All right, so it does seem like I need to still commit to. I need to commit into the lantern, and then make them sack the lantern, and then we have another battleship under the lab that we could use to battleship next turn. Although this might not be enough, despite this being a turn 3 Daretti. Maybe if I draw Goblin Engineer or just the Platinum Emperion that could get me out of this. Could double block, but then I can't Daretti. I think I'm just taking 10. A lot of damage. Taking 12 if they would just make the construct now. And so yeah, this means I guess what would they ever block? No, they can't. They couldn't even block because I have to Daretti in combat. I draw Urza Saga. So I think I'm dead because I'm gonna have I can't do. I can sack a food. I can go to 5, but that's just too low of a life total still. I can't sack 2 foods. If I could sack 2 foods, I might be alive. Yeah, I think we're dead. I guess what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna target the Mox Opal. I probably should have attacked with my construct too to really commit to this. But I just need them to brain fart and block my Daretti, otherwise I can't win. Yeah, there's not like anything else that possibly that could happen, and maybe I should have attacked with my construct to like fully sell this, but just not quite there. This deck's pretty cool though, pretty powerful. I think we're gonna pivot over to the sponsored segment of the stream though, so we have time to get that done today. But definitely an upgrade to a pretty interesting, powerful deck. This build seems very good against energy, so keep this in mind. If energy gets popular, you might want to pick this up again. But we are moving over to first like sponsored segment in a while. We're playing Once Upon a Galaxy, which is a game that was partially developed by